Welcome back to BVarsity Live. Zach Ewing, Trevor Horn with you. Downtown studios, we have kicked the soccer players out. Get it?
Ball's still behind your head.
It is. And we brought in some golfers from Centennial, golf coach Doug Hicks and his top player Tyler Burns. How are you guys?
Very good, thank you.
Thanks for being here. And stay close to those mics, guys, because otherwise we'll pick up everything but your voice.
We're golfers. We usually whisper. So
yeah, that's right. That's right. This is like U.S. Open 18th hole.
Yeah,
voices.
exactly.
Yeah.
Pressure's on.
Brought us some golf hats. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I thought you guys would look good in that. And,
Next time, Tyler's talking about shooting a 64. That'll be my my score through 8 holes, and but I'll look good doing it.
There you go.
Trevor, real quick, run us down, or maybe Doug, maybe you're better about it, of what Tyler has done this year because it's pretty impressive.
Give it to
Doug,
Doug.
you want to do it?
Wow. Okay.
All right.
You
This
got
year,
the official numbers, but he hasn't shot above 77. I know that.
yeah, he came out the gate shooting a 65 at Sundale, our first league match, which really set a precedence. And
No doubt.
no, it didn't surprise anybody. It really didn't. And it just kind of let the league know that hey, he's coming out gunning it this year. And he's I think left some strokes out there. He hasn't played his best golf recently, but it's still number one in league, and he's really, I think 73.26 is his league average right now, and it's seconds a little bit off of that. So he's really been doing good. Really, he's coming into his own right now, and he's got 2 more league matches at River Lakes, and then our area qualifier at Sundale. So he's playing his best golf right now, and knowing Tyler Burns, he's a closer, and he's going to do his thing.
Tyler, 65 to start the season. That's awesome, but was it maybe not the best thing for your mentality? Was there sort of an overconfidence that stems from that?
No, I don't think it was a bad thing. I think shooting 65 it just set my expectations for the rest of the season. That was something that I wanted to achieve every time after that. So
right.
I don't know that it was an overconfidence because I felt like I was the number one coming to this year and I had something to prove. And the 65 just almost made it so that the next tournaments I would just be expecting that. So anything less I would be.
So now you shoot 73 and you go home grumpy.
Yeah, it's. I know I can do better than that. So.
Yeah, and that's a good place to be, I think. Mm-hmm. Doug was just talking about the end of the season, which we're really rapidly approaching here, right? The area meet.
Yeah, two more league, and our last league tournament is also our area qualifier.
Okay.
And that's the big one, and that's the one we really need to be at our peak. Tyler needs to be at his peak at that time.
Stop that, man. Lewis just came in here to swipe a hat.
You can get your own. Your daughter goes to school there. Put it back.
That actually looked good on you. I think you should wear that to the budget meeting.
Leave the sticker on, too. That's how the kids do it.
All right.
Our ratings just went down.
So anyway, the area meet, I mean, obviously, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal because it's the same course, the same golfers, but that's where you – bad day, your season's over, your career's over. I mean, so that's really where everything points to. How comfortable are you, in those high pressure situations? I know outside of high school golf, you played in a lot of them, but this has got to feel pretty special too at the end of the year, at the end of your high school career.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've always kind of felt comfortable in high pressure situations. I've played in the Optimist in Florida a couple times. I played in Callaway Junior World and at Torrey Pines. So I've experienced playing in big tournaments, and I think. I'm really comfortable at Sundale, and that's where the area tournament is, and I feel comfortable that I'm going to go out and shoot a good number there.
Is this, I mean, you talked about all those big tournaments, big courses you played on. Is this up there pressure-wise because it's your last shot at sort of high school?
Yeah, I think once it gets deeper into the postseason, maybe Valley and regionals, that's where it's really going to hit me because my goal coming into high school was to make it to state. Not a lot of people from Bakersfield have made it to the state tournament, and this is my last chance. So
it's very difficult to do too.
Yeah.
I mean, from that Southern Cal regional, you've got to be. Is it top 12 now? Make it
top 12 at regional.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Kind of have just a bitter taste in my mouth because last year missed it by a shot with a bogey in the last hole. So
okay.
I really shouldn't have. I should have been there last year. I feel like so.
Is this one of those holes you play over and over in your head?
Yeah, it's happened a couple times. Yeah.
Okay. I see you have written down there, Doug. Tell us what kind of a player is Tyler? What makes him special?
Well, you hear the proverbial 10,000 hours. He's put that time in, and he's competed his whole life. Mm-hmm. I remember him at 8 years old in junior golf. That's when I first recognized him, noticed that he's a solid player, and he's been under these pressure situations his whole life. So a lot of kids who say they've played golf coming into high school, they've gone out with grandpa and dad, and they played some rounds, but playing competition golf is something else. And so Tyler is used to these situations. Not saying that he doesn't get nervous, but he's been in these spots so many times that he's really got a 2 or 3 stroke advantage, I think, over most golfers before he even tees it up.
Wow.
Mentally, he's always prepared for the course. Work ethic, I mean, he puts his time in. Really, just as I think prepared is kind of how I would tag him. He's always prepared for whatever course he's going to play and whatever situation. So he's put his time in, and it's going to pay off.
Yeah, yeah. How about the team race? And I know, correct me if I'm wrong, but Stockdale has been the team to beat thus far.
Yeah.
Where do you guys stack up with that?
Well, coming out the gate this year, we were pretty excited about the season because we were young last year, and Tyler's coming back again, so we're really excited. Stockdale set a early number that kind of let us know that that's the team we've got to go for.
What'd they shoot?
They came out, shot a 386, I believe,
Wow.
at North Kern as a team.
Which early in the year is
So
that's
that
playing,
kind of blindsided us, and Coach Schlemon over there is doing a great job with that team, Coach of the Year last
I have
year.
a 390.
390.
390.
Okay.
386 was.
They won league last
time.
year, so they've got the, we're gunning for them. But realistically, we have to really come together as a team. After Tyler and Ryan Buntley, we're young. We're really at that bottom end, still kind of learning and developing. So realistically, we're trying to shoot our best number the day of the area qualifier. But and because how it works is Stockdale more than likely will win league. That team will advance. Then it's the next 10 best scores.
And you're looking at guys like Jared Kinashita out of Stockdale, Warren Miller out of Liberty, another Stockdale kid, Deer Patel.
The Stockdale would get through as a team,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
The
that's
Stockdale
right.
kid lumps in,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we won't count him. But yeah, that list there, that top 10, and are probably pretty close to the number of the kids that'll make it in.
Yeah.
So yeah, Stockdale's they've got a good program over there. They're young too. They're gonna be good for the next few years.
right.
Yeah.
So that area meet is May the 4th at Sundale. Is that right?
That's correct, I believe.
Star Wars trailer today, May the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
also with you. And then one of those guys that's one of the top golfers at SWIL that we should mention, Anthony Starbuck,
Yeah.
signed with Hawaii Hilo, so he gets to go onto the island and play golf for 4 years. Oh, darn.
That's not a bad signing.
Yeah,
there.
that's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, no, that's you're surprised they don't have the best recruiting class in the country every year, actually. And then, so after the area, then up to Madera for the Team Valley. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And
yes.
that would be May the 11th, the next week.
Right. That's team. That Stockdale will probably make it to that one.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not putting anything out of our possibility, but then Valley individuals at what is it?
It's at River Island.
River Island, yeah.
And that's in Porterville. That's a good course
Yeah.
too. And that they've every time they go there, it seems like it's a good tournament.
Is that
Yeah.
Critchlow's home course?
That is Jim Critchlow's home course, I believe. And
That's a tough track there.
if he doesn't answer the phone, that's probably where he is.
That's
Hey,
his
Jimmy,
office.
you in your office?
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm in my office. It's called the golf course.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
So anyway, that's what's coming up golf wise, and then after that, there's quite a wait until the regional. You got almost 3 weeks off. Is that right? Before you get to the Southern Cal Regional.
That's pretty close. Yeah, and Tyler being a senior and a busy man, I mean,
Graduation, AP test, whatever. Yeah,
so
I mean,
he's
finals.
gonna be scooting up and down the 99 here for the next month. So hopefully,
Tyler, I apologize for asking this question, but what are your plans after high school then?
I'm going to play golf at University of the Pacific.
Okay, so you're going to head up to Stockton, so
Yeah.
a lot of time up and down the 99. So
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
one of Tyler's
Yeah.
goals was to sign early, get it out of the way, and just have a kind of a free roll this year in golf. And he did. He signed with Pacific earlier this year, and it's really freed him up from that mental anguish of kind of
Absolutely.
hoping to post scores and qualify and all that stuff. So
Tyler, what is their home course? Is it the reserve?
That's where they practice mostly. Yeah.
Get used to the wind, my friend.
Yeah.
It is. That's where the Sac Joaquin section does their Masters tournament every year. And every year, if it's 80 degrees in Sacramento, you wear a jacket down to the reserve because it's right there just south of the wetlands, and it is just windy all day long.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Tyler,
It's fun,
let's zero in on your game this year. What's going well for you in your game, and where do you need to shore it up here before the next month happens?
Something I did really good at the Sundale tournament when I shot 65 is I was hitting a lot of irons really close to the flag. When I was getting in the fairway, I had confidence I could put the ball in the flag and I'd have a short birdie putt. These last 3 tournaments that I have kind of faltered a little bit and shot 77, 76, 75. My irons haven't been as good, and they've been, instead of having like the 4 and 5 foot birdie putts, I've been leaving myself with maybe 20-foot birdie putts or missing greens and having to scramble to get pars. So really, I think that if I want to get back to my game where I'm shooting 5-6 under par, I need to just get my irons back a little bit and start making the birdie putts again.
Yeah. And is that as simple as it is? If I do that, the scores go back down. Everything else is pretty much where it needs to be.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, these last couple tournaments, my chipping has been a little bit poor, but that's just because I feel like I'm hitting more chips because I'm missing more greens. So in practice and qualifying right now, I've been shooting under par just about every time because I'm hitting more greens. I think I feel a little more comfortable. I've been hitting more greens, and everything's been going all right, so hopefully I can carry that into the tournament.
Mentally, do you have a trick? Do you have on those high-pressure holes, those the knee-knocking putts, do you try to make your head go somewhere else? Do you not mind focusing on the pressure? What do you do with yourself?
No, I have a routine that I do before every shot, and I feel like when I'm under pressure, the best thing I can do is just to make sure I'm sticking right to my routine.
Right.
So when I get on the green or something, whether it's a 2-foot putt or a 20-foot putt, and I feel pressure, I just need to make sure I go through the same routine, and so everything's the same, nothing's changed, so I usually hit it better.
Tyler, who's your favorite professional golfer, and did you have a rooting interest over the weekend while watching the Masters?
That's a tough question. I mean, I like a lot of golfers. I like to see Tiger playing good again. That was a good thing to see him back.
Well, for the first 3 days, it was fun.
Yeah, that's true.
He had good. He was bad on the ends and good in the middle rounds. It seemed like, but
Yeah.
Does Tiger win another major in his career?
I think so.
How many?
I think he'll get a couple more.
Okay. What about you, Doug?
I think the Tiger days are over.
I think so too.
Yeah.
If
He's-
a couple of years ago, I would have said he's gonna,
Yeah.
he's gonna come back, but I don't know.
what
Did
made,
you enjoy seeing a young American win the Masters like that with Jordan?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it just showed that, the young guy, it's kind of the generation of young guys coming into the tour, and it's kind of evolving into a different game.
Yeah. I think what made Tiger was his length, and now most of the tour players hit this distance that he does. And
Right.
I mean, if you look at Jordan Spieth, I mean, it was an example that distance doesn't necessarily equal wins because he was being out drove by rows most of the day.
His vocal kind of presence on the course too kind of reminds me of a younger Tiger, where I can't remember what hole it was on Sunday, but he tried to hit. He hit a long iron shot that was just past the water, and you can hear him go long, go long, go long.
Number
Yeah,
13.
par five.
Yeah,
Yeah,
number
par
13.
five,
It was
yeah.
just, and that was a real gutsy play. And then just seeing him, not a lot of guys will do that. They'll kind of stay with it internally. Tyler, are you one of those guys? Will you stay internal, or do you have your moments of having a little bit of
No,
vocalness?
I'd say I'm pretty vocal when I'm playing golf just because I'm emotional about it. So if I, when I hit a shot, if it's a pretty high situation, you might hear me saying something to the ball, yeah.
Let me chip in and say that, I've coached some years now, and you can't ever tell if Tyler's above par or under par when he's playing golf. He might, in his own mind, think he's outwardly expressing things, but he's pretty calm, and I think that's what makes a lot of good golfers great, is that he doesn't let the ebbs and flows of competitive golf affect him.
Short-term memory loss.
Yeah.
Yep.
You haven't bent any clubs around trees or anything like that.
No.
You haven't
No.
tossed.
I was
any-
actually going to ask you that, Doug, because sometimes, I mean, obviously you're not allowed to coach them during the round,
Right.
but you can tell just by looking how a
Yeah.
guy's playing sometimes.
That's, some of these courses we play, I'll find a perch somewhere. I can see 2 or 3 holes at one time, and I can almost tell where Tyler's at just by, I take that back. No, you're the guy I can't tell where he's at. I have to drive up to one of the gallery members and ask. But most golfers, I can kind of tell where they're at just by their
Body language.
body
and-
language and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But you say you don't feel that. You feel the ups and downs when you're.
I feel like internally, yeah, I feel the ups and downs. I feel like when I, make a bad shot or something, I have to get it back. But over the years, I think I've kind of toned down my emotions on the outside a little bit, which has made me a better golfer, made me more consistent.
How many rounds of golf you played in your life? Estimate.
I couldn't.
Over 1,000?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So when we say 10,000 hours, I mean the Malcolm Gladwell thing.
Yeah.
You are an expert. I mean, and so when you play that many holes and you have a bad one,
Yeah.
here come several more I can make it back on. So and when you play a good one, it doesn't mean anything if you play 2 bad ones after that. So That's the mental game, I guess. So Tyler, we appreciate you coming in. Good luck the rest of the way, my friend, and congratulations on all the success so far. And Doug, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys having us.
So we will be back on BVarsity Live. We're going to talk a little Arcadia Invitational track, and we'll wrap things up right after this.